Hello, 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 friends. How are you? I hope you are well. My name is Sophia. I'm a chef educator with at East New York Farms. Uh, I'm back again this month. Um, as you know or may not know, welcome to those who are new to our series. I taught thousands, of families and individuals and youth to cook whole foods to improve your health and wellness. And I invite you to come to East New York Farms Youth-Led Farmers Market every Saturday, all right, from 9 to 3. Get your fresh fruits and veggies. It's grown by youth farmers. So youth that are right here. I'm actually in East New York, so I could say right here. Um, right here in East New York. Um, and also the share table, which includes community gardeners who are also all around East New York area. Come enjoy their delicious produce every Saturday. If you have EBT, just know that every $5 you spend, you get an extra $2 to spend. So that's a plus. And what we do here every week, or excuse me, yeah, well, it's been a month since I've been back, but what we do here is basically share a delicious recipe with you, which I'm going to do today, and just little tips and tricks to just get you to enjoy the produce that is available at the market. So let's get started, shall we? All right. So a recipe for today is a berry salsa. Now, last week I did fritters. This week I'm doing a salsa. So it's I guess a different part of the Caribbean. But we're using berries because berries are in season. They're easily available at the farmer's market. Also, I think there's a tricky produce to keep fresh. So, actually rule of thumb is the quicker, produce that goes bad, it's not really, it's good for you. It's living is what I'm trying to say. It's living, it has life. So it goes bad because it has so much life. And so how do you preserve that life? Now, the thing to remember with berries in general is that fresh is just as good as frozen. So if you have them fresh from the market, freeze them right away. That's tip number one. Freeze them right away. If you know you may not indulge in them right away, add them to your recipe like I'll show you how to today. Wash them. So you're gonna wash them in a container. This is not a container, but you're going to wash them in their container. Please do wash your berries. Then you're going to either cut them up. You see my strawberries are cut up, or the blackberries that I'm using are not cut. It's up to you. Whatever you do, wash before you cut. And then you're going to dry them out in a paper towel. So take a paper towel, lay them on top, let them dry out. This is important because if you have any excess water, that will freeze with it and make it extra mushy. Unless you're using it for smoothie, let it dry a little bit. It doesn't have to be extremely dry, but just dry enough where it's not dripping wet. Right? So you're gonna take, this is washed, dried, and cut if you desire. And I'm gonna put it in my Ziploc bag. And of course, close it up. And just like this, I'm gonna put it in my freezer. Or when you go to the grocery store, it's already frozen. That's perfect too. You're getting all the same nutrients. So what do we need berries for? Berries are great, especially blackberries and dark berries, like blueberries are great antioxidants. So you're gonna still get your antioxidants. So just freeze them and you use them whenever you want. When you freeze them, you have up until, I would say, they say about 6 months, but I say up until a year you can you can use them just fine. If you purchase them in the grocery store, frozen, that's fine too. Farmer's market or frozen. So fresh and frozen, what? I pretend like I can hear you. Fresh or frozen, they're both good. All right, so let's get into our recipe, berry salsa. All right, so for our ingredients, we're gonna make our dressing first. So here's our dressing bowl. I already have ingredients measured out. So if you notice, my ingredients may be a little bit smaller than what you have on the recipe from Instagram or the website, because I'm not gonna eat a lot, and I don't have like a big family here. So I just wanna make sure to have a small portion, and then I'm used to making fresh food. If I was gonna invite friends over, I would make a big batch, but we're gonna so I've edited to make a small batch, so follow the recipe, but the ingredients are all the same. So, for the most part. So this is what I have to start. I've already mixed it in. We're gonna mix it in anyway. So this is my apple cider vinegar. This is my olive oil and my honey and salt. So I have that. Honey's a little bit thick, so you wanna make sure you get all of that out, no waste on that. And then I have my lime juice and lime zest. And make sure I get as much as I can out of that. And what is lime zest, for those who are asking? Here's a lime, organic, because I'm using the skin. I wanna make sure I'm using that organic lime. And this is store-bought. You can't get this at the farm. At the market, excuse me, but you can get the berries at the market. So you just wanna, basically it's shaving off the skin of the lime, and that is what we call zest. Shaving off the skin of a lemon, that's what we call zest. It's not in a recipe, but basically those oils in the skin is what gives it flavor. So you can add it to a lot of dishes, really. But we're gonna add it to the salsa. All right, so basically we're gonna give this a mix. It's not gonna really come together. It's gonna still be a little watery, but just fine. But as much as you can. All right, this looks good to me. Can you see the consistency? It's together. It's still a little watery, but it's fine. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead, actually I'm gonna give it a taste because it did edit it. When you do the recipe, it's gonna be fine, but I made it a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna give it a taste just to make sure. Delicious. I'm gonna give it a little bit more oil. And again, the recipe is good the way it is. I just made it smaller because I didn't want a big portion. All right, next, let's make the main part of our salsa. So here's my bowl. So what's in there? So instead of blueberries, the one change I made, and it's really up to you, there weren't any blueberries at the market. So I got strawberries and I got blackberries. Let's get that out of the way. Remember, cleaning up as you go while you cook makes it easier. So I put that bowl right in the sink. Now I'm gonna add my raspberries. And raspberries you can make a little bit smaller if you want. I didn't, I only chopped the strawberries and I chopped the blackberries because they tend to be pretty big. And then now I have my chopped tomato. Again, everything in the sink. I have my sweet yellow peppers. And you can use any pepper. For anybody asking, like, can I use any peppers? Does it have to be yellow? Does it need to be green? The purpose is to get different colors, eating the rainbow in a sense. So it's really up to you, but the choices of what kind of the colors are really just to get a variety of nutrients, which is representative in the colors. So that was just red onions, if I didn't mention that already. And then here's our chopped cilantro. Add all that in. And then lastly, this is not listed as optional. It's a green, oops, I lost some of it. Oops. Green onions. It's up to you, but I like a little bit of green onion, so I added that to the recipe. All right, so what we're gonna do is basically mix that up. You can already see, look at those colors. Looking really beautiful. Just mix it up gently, nothing too much. But what we're gonna do now is add our dressing that we made earlier. See that consistency? It's together. Not really. Ooh, looks so good. Okay, make sure you get everything out as much as possible. And there you are. You just want to mix it up, and that is our recipe. So beautiful. Now, how do we eat this? How do we enjoy it? I'm going to show you. I'm grabbing a fork. First, I'm going to try it, make sure I have my flavor just right. Let's see. All the berries give a juiciness to it. You can get a burst of hydration. And the seasoning, not seasoning, but from the cilantro, you get a punch of flavor. It just all comes together really well. And it allows, it really just brightens up the flavor of the fruit. So it's not just sweet, but it has a balance, the acidity of also the apple cider vinegar. You'll notice a difference with apple cider vinegar and using regular vinegar. For this recipe, obviously, not obviously, but apple cider vinegar, there's a purpose, like it blends well with fruit. Okay, what can we eat this with? Let me get you a better view of that. What can we eat this with? Okay, so first, we can add black beans to it. Any beans, really, white beans too. So I'm gonna grab my spoon. And you can add it to some beans, right? How delicious. Add some beans, eat it like that with some salad. And I'm gonna show you some salad also. Here we have some salad. We're gonna have some of this. So you add it on top, right? And what you wanna do is, you just kind of wanna toss it a little bit so it can get, so the greens can be hydrated. And this is particular is kale. You can use any greens you want. I'm just showing you kale. The salad is already hydrated with the dressing. So all you have to do is really do a really good job of mixing it up, and you'll get all of it covered. If you want to make it a little bit more moist, you can add a little bit of olive oil, but I wouldn't. I would just make more of the dressing from the salsa and then add it if you want to make it more moist. All right, so that is the salad. If you want to add this berry salsa, you can add it to a salad. What else can you add the berry salsa to? What would you add it to? Pretend like you can put in the comments. What would you add it to? I want to hear, but I'll continue with some ideas, but I want to hear what you have to say, what you would add it to. You can add it to, it's Saturday, you want to have a little brunch at home. Here's some pancakes, right? Some pancakes. I'm gonna add my little salsa. I'd actually add a little bit more like honey. Add it to a bowl on the side and with some honey. or if you want to make your own homemade dressing, you can. Oh, no, dressing. Syrup. That was on my mind, syrup. Then you would have it with your pancakes. Look how delicious that is. Right? What else? We have more. So you can actually add it with some yogurt. Now this is some cashew yogurt that I have here. And you can make a little parfait. And you know, parfait you can make in the morning. You can make it the night before. And I know that this has a lot of savory in it. So what is savory? Savory is you have onions in here. You have the onions, the red onions, but also you have the green onions. So, but this also tastes good with yogurt. So you can have that in the morning. I don't know if you can see that better in that camera, so I'm gonna show you here. So you can make a little parfait. It's really delicious. What else? I have two more ideas. With salmon, who likes salmon out there? We do a lot of plant-based recipes, but you know, if you do eat salmon, you can add this salsa with salmon and then have your like farro, which is a whole grain, or what else? Quinoa. Again, I want to hear your ideas. Put it down there. I want to hear it because I love hearing ideas. I don't know everything. So I want to hear what you would cook it with, what you would eat it with. But yeah, with some, maybe some of that kale salad over there, I would definitely eat with my salmon. And lastly, I have my little avocado here. Oh, can you see it? Okay. I have my avocado here. I would actually scoop out some of my salsa. Just have a little bit with my avocado. I'd probably take it out the skin, but I just wanted to show you how you can have it with your avocado if you have friends over, or you know, just with your family, quick meal. And you can actually, I would actually take the beans and salsa and add it in the avocado. So I would take these beans with the salsa and add an avocado instead, so that I get my protein. It just will come together real deliciously. All right, so that is our berry salsa. Remember, fresh is just as good as frozen, so do both. Then you have options, but I want to hear from you. What do you think berry salsa would be good with? And yeah, don't be afraid to freeze your berries right away so that you don't waste your money, because we definitely want to keep our money in our pockets, right? So don't be afraid to freeze your berries right away from the market, and make this berry salsa. And also, if you make it, I want to hear from you. So we will have chat is open, or I should say the comment section from this video will be open. I want to hear from you if you made it or you have any ideas. Yeah, I want to hear all of it. And next Saturday, come to the market. You know, the youth is there waiting for you. They've been growing some delicious, amazing food. And I will see you next month. Or actually, I will see you in the comments. All right. Take care, everyone. Be well, eat well. Bye-bye.